Welcome back to Elzero Sparks, where we don't just talk about tech, we share the stories that show its power. Today's story is about a young girl, Layla. And when I tell you her story, I want you to listen carefully. Because it's not just about tech, it's about breaking barriers, chasing dreams, and most importantly, believing in yourself. Layla lived in a crowded neighborhood. Her house was small, the walls were thin, but it was filled with something much bigger, the love of a strong family. Her father worked hard as a taxi driver, her mother as a seamstress. They didn't have much, but they had each other and they had hope. Hope for a better future. A future that somehow seemed out of reach. Layla didn't own a computer. She borrowed one, sometimes from school, sometimes from neighbors, sometimes from the local library. She wasn't trying to become famous or build the next big app. She just wanted to learn something, anything, that could change her future. Then one day, while browsing the internet on that borrowed computer, she found a YouTube channel. A guy named Elzero, yes, that's actually his name, was teaching HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And guess what? He was doing it for free. Layla didn't understand anything at first. All those letters and words were like a secret code. But there was something magical about it. Something that kept pulling her back to that screen. So every day after school, Layla went to the library. She watched. She listened. She practiced. She made a simple web page, then another, then a small project. At first, it was just lines of code on a screen. But slowly, magically, those lines transformed into something real, something tangible. Layla was creating something out of nothing. And that feeling, that feeling was pure magic. People laughed. Who's going to hire a girl from that neighborhood? What does she know? But Layla had already learned the first rule of tech. And this rule applies to everything in life. You don't need permission to create. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. She kept going. She built a portfolio. She got an internship. She joined online communities. And one day her inbox changed her life. Hi, Layla. We loved your work. Would you be open to a remote position on our front-end team? That was it. That one message. Not luck, not magic, just years of quiet work and bold belief. Today, Layla is a web developer. She works from home. She teaches her younger sister. She volunteers to teach coding to girls in her community. Layla didn't just escape her limitations. She turned around and opened the door for others. Now, Layla's story is not rare anymore. Everywhere, in every city, every village, someone is learning, building, rising through the power of tech. When I was writing this story, I thought about you. You with your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. If Layla can do it, if she can turn her life around with a computer and an internet connection, then so can you. So if you've ever felt like your dream is too far, remember Layla? If you've ever felt like your background is too humble, remember Layla. The keyboard doesn't care where you're from. It only cares where you're going. And with that note, we end today's episode of Elzero Sparks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an inspiring story. And if you have a story you'd like to share, please send it to the email provided below. Until next time, keep coding and keep believing in the magic of what you do. Because Layla's story and your story are just beginning.